Hey church, my name's Chelsea, and here are your weekly announcements. And here's Glenda to share some updates from the IF conference this last weekend.
Hey everyone, just wanted to tell you a little bit about the IF conference that we hosted here a week ago. We had a fantastic weekend together. We had about 60 women from our church gathered in different ways. Most of them were in homes, watching with their friends and family that they invited in to watch with them. And we had a number of groups here at the church that were able to watch together. This is my friend Martha to tell you a little bit about her experience.
This is the second IF conference I have attended, and when I was asked if I would share my highlights or my biggest takeaway, immediately the word truth came to mind. There were powerful truths spoken over the weekend. One of the speakers talked about the importance of having a foundation of truth, and when we don't have that, whatever the majority says becomes true of us. We can be easily swayed by others when we don't have a strong foundation of truth that is anchored in God's word. There is a saying that I'm sure we have all heard, "You do you, boo." This sits well with us because this allows us to remain unchallenged in how we live our lives. Sadie Robertson, one of the speakers, said, "Your truth is going to make you comfortable. The truth of God's word, requires change, and change can be uncomfortable." This brings me to my second takeaway. Most of us are familiar with Psalm 139, a Psalm of David in which he talks about God knowing us, how God is acquainted with all of our ways, and how he knows what we are going to say before we even speak a word. In verses 23 and 24, David says, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any grievous way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." In this session, the speaker really challenged us not only to ask God to speak, she challenged us to ask him to search. This, again, is uncomfortable. It is easy to ask God to speak. Asking God to investigate us, that's next level. So I guess my encouragement for us today is to be anchored in God's word so that we might have a strong foundation of truth, and for us to seek the Lord and ask him to search us, to know our hearts and our thoughts. It won't be easy, but it'll be worth it.
It's Unmentionables March. For the entire month of March, we're going to be collecting items that we all probably take for granted every day. Socks, underwear, and feminine hygiene products. Things that are necessary for everyday life, but can become luxuries when you're really struggling. All donated items will be going to Streets Alive and the Interfaith Food Bank. Thanks for being a part of supporting our community. Our young adults and intercultural communities are teaming up for the ultimate gym night on Friday, March 25th at 6 p.m. This is an amazing opportunity to meet new friends and have a little friendly competition. Everyone's welcome and we hope to see you there. We are offering the Sanctuary Mental Health course again, starting on Monday, March 21st. This discussion-based class explores the intersection of faith and mental health. It examines the effects of stigma, reflects on the importance of companionship, and more. If you are interested in joining this small group for 8 weeks, go to efreelethbridge.ca or sign up at the Church Center app. And that's all we have for this week. See you on Sunday.